63% of millennials are being crushed by student loan debt. 24-year-old Jordan Arnold is not one of them. At the age of 21, Jordan paid off $24,000 in student loans in under a year.
You know, I didn't really want to have debt over my head. It was tough moving back into the parents' house. Probably working 75, 80 hours a week for about 10 months.
Jordan is always ready to explain how he paid off his debt, but he would rather people understand why he did it.
I'm a saver, so don't spend more money than you have, and give to God what is His and invest. I think we're called to be stewards of our resources.
Jordan learned those sound financial principles from his parents, who were hardworking Midwestern farmers.
They taught us a lot of biblical principles as we grew up, and my mom would emphasize tithing. I was thinking about my future family, that I wanted to be prepared.
Then along came Emily, also looking toward the future.
I could just tell very early on that he had a very godly approach to his money.
As the relationship blossomed, the couple realized they had very different attitudes toward money.
Typically, my first thought with my money was, what could I do with this for me? At the time, I was kind of afraid that maybe he would be scared of how I was spending my money.
Jordan was undaunted and soon introduced Emily to the concept of tithing.
She was hesitant, but she knew that was something that she should do.
I was thinking, I don't really have that much to give.
You know, I think of the widow and the two mites. She just gave all she could, and God really knows what the true heart is of the giver.
Putting that $5 in the bucket was difficult because at that time I was living paycheck to paycheck. I did grieve just a little bit just because it was having to make a sacrifice.
Several months later, the couple decided to marry, but the expense of their upcoming nuptials tested their commitment to giving.
It's an internal struggle when you feel like God's telling you to give something and you don't feel like you have it to give.
In obedience, Jordan and Emily continued to tithe. When their wedding day finally arrived, everything had been paid for, in cash.
Emily and I grew closer during that time just because we were trusting Him and allowing Him to be the king of our lives.
A few months later, Jordan, now a successful banker, received a bonus at his job.
That was more than enough to pay for what we had given, probably 3 times what we gave.
Jordan's bonus was followed several months later with a promotion and a raise. Just 4 months after that, Emily got a new job as well, enabling the couple to increase their giving.
I think giving is a lot like exercising, and the more we do it, the more we can see the benefits and see the rewards.
Through giving, we're just able to feel so much joy.
Just be obedient to whatever He's calling you to do.